Hi, I'm Scott Patsko, here with Goul and Joe Noga of Northeast Ohio Media Group, and we're going to talk about what we learned after week 4 of the high school football season. I learned I can still grow facial hair.
It's
you
a
want
little
to talk
whiter
about
than
that?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we'll talk about football first. We'll talk about that later. We're at the cusp, I think, of the halfway point of the season. Everybody kind of has a good sample size now. We kind of have an idea of what a lot of these teams are all about. So Matt, we'll start with you. What did you learn after week 4 of the football season?
Well, I learned if you're 3-0 and you come into your first conference game, you can find out something new about yourselves. We had 2 teams in the cleveland.com top 25 that suffered their first defeats this past week. Elyria played host to Medina and lost that game. Also Avon with that big showdown with Midview lost that one. And coming into this week, these teams have something new to work on. Kevin Fell told you Friday night penalties were the big thing that bothered them. I think they had 10 for 109.
Yeah,
Look at Avon, turnovers. They had 2 fumbles, down 14-0 against Midview. You cough up the ball on their next 2 possessions, and that's not going to help you out.
All right, well, I'll go next. I learned that, speaking of Elyria Medina, I learned that Medina is a threat in the Greater Cleveland Conference. I think at the beginning of the season, we looked at that conference and we said it's going to have a few playoff teams. You got Menor, Solon, Elyria, Strongsville's been on the doorstep. Euclid's got a new coach, new players. Nobody talked about Medina, but now they're 3-1. You got John Curtis making big plays at quarterback. You got Jimmy Daw running out of the backfield, big, strong running back. The defense is all over the place, making a lot of plays. I think if you look at the teams that could make the playoffs out of the GCC, they have as good a shot as anybody, outside of Menor, which I think might be the only lock there. So I think if they get by Strongsville and Brunswick, you go to Menor with a game where it could decide the conference title, and I don't think anybody saw that coming. So.
And you've got Euclid that really sort of showed up this week in putting a scare into Menor in that game.
Yep.
The GCC, obviously, it's going to be there at the end of the year. What I learned in week 4, we already knew about DeMario McCall at North Ridgeville and what he brings to the table. First time he touched the ball against Olmsted Falls, 66-yard touchdown. Looked really strong running the ball. Cramped up. Coach Durbin said that he's still sort of playing his way into game shape, 3 games into the season, 3-4 games into the season, because he didn't play the first couple of weeks. What really surprised me was North Ridgeville's defense. Jason Grammaticus, Cameron Bright, the linebackers really showed up, played a fantastic game against a really run-oriented Olmsted Falls team with, they had a tailback there that had rushed for 600-some yards. They stacked the box. They didn't let him move the ball. Learn that if you play defense the way that North Ridgeville did, and you've got DeMario McCall, it makes it look easy for you. Also took away a little bit of a surprising fact from the weekend. St. Ignatius might not make the Region 1 playoffs. The point you brought up to me, Scott.
It's kind of surprising. I saw them way down there, 25th in the computer rankings on Joe Itel. That's not a lot of opportunities to get computer points left for that team, right?
And a part of that is the schedule that they're playing with the 3 Parma schools in there, and how they're doing against the schedule right now is a big part of that. They need to win maybe 2 of the last 3 games against Moeller, Eds, Xavier.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough road.
All right, so that's what we learned after week 4. We want to hear from you. Feel free to leave a comment wherever you found this video, and we'll see you next time.